Scenes from Wembley is a mix of jubilation, tension, depending on who you're looking at. The fans already celebrating. The 10 minutes are up and the full-time whistle has gone, Connor Wickham. Crystal Palace have won their first major trophy. They've beaten Manchester City to win the FA Cup final.
This club's just going to go absolutely wild. I'm so happy for them, man. I'm so happy for Steve and the owners. I know how much they've put into it, and look, you can just see, man.
We're seeing amazing scenes. Eberechi Eze has gone down to his knees. He is looking up to the skies. Fans in the stands have taken their tops off. To a man, to a woman, they've got their phones out. They're filming these celebrations. Oliver Glasner has switched out of his suit into his lucky jumper, and it's proved worthwhile. The luck has counted for Crystal Palace, and they have won their first major trophy. But Manchester City and Erling Haaland look crestfallen.
They are, but I mean, Palace have done a job on them today. They've done exactly what they needed to do. They soaked up the pressure. They got them on the counter-attack, defended well, and looked comfortable for the majority of the game, even though City had most of the possession. And sometimes that's just what you need with the penalty save and, you know, the early miss from Haaland, the good save from Henderson. I think every Palace player there has been absolutely outstanding, and I think they've got what they fully deserve today. I'm so happy for this team, man.
They've performed brilliantly. They've gone out and won this trophy. Daniel Munoz had an assist for the Eze goal. He also had a goal disallowed himself. He was given the Player of the Match award, and he's now celebrating with all of his teammates and indeed commiserating with Josko Gvardiol as well. And Pep Guardiola's made his way on and is now shaking hands with all of the Crystal Palace players. Many of them have never experienced a feeling like this. Yeah,
I think this is going to be something that's going to be new to all of them, but I think this is what the club has been building towards. I think, you know, the infrastructure they're putting in place with the academy, the players, the squad, the first team building, I think the investments they're making, this makes everything worthwhile. And I think this is just going to, you know, propel the club to a whole new level, and this is nothing short of what they deserve. The managers come in this season, I don't think many people really knew what to expect, but he's absolutely masterminded it today. And, you know, I don't think watching these scenes do it any justice to being in that stadium at this moment in time.
What a job Oliver Glasner has done. A proven winner with Eintracht Frankfurt. He beat Rangers to win the Europa League a couple of seasons ago. He'll be playing in that competition with his new club, Crystal Palace. Never, ever competed in Europe. They will do next season. And the scenes of celebration are absolutely remarkable. Jean-Philippe Mateta is leading the dance on the field. Dean Henderson and all of the sub-goalkeepers are there. They're now over the barricades, in with the fans. The famous Holmesdale Ultras are all celebrating with them. Wonderful, wonderful scenes. Worth pointing out, I've just been told by one of our producers that there were words had between Pep Guardiola and Dean Henderson. Now, that will, I would imagine, relate to the handball decision. Dean Henderson clearly handled the ball outside the area when Erling Haaland was bearing down on goal. VAR looked at it. No red card. Controversial one for everybody in the office here. What was your view of that?
I think it is, at the end of the day, by the book, it is a sending off. I mean, but that's sometimes the luck you need. And he's gone on to save the penalty, make a very good amount of good saves. He's had a brilliant game, yeah.
Still having words, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, he's got lucky. And that's sometimes what you need in this game. And this happens to be this one game of the season where, you know, there's a trophy riding on it.
Yeah, a trophy riding on it. It's Manchester City's first trophyless season since Pep Guardiola's first season, 2016-17. So used to lifting silverware at Manchester City, but it won't be happening this season. All of their focus will shift back to the Premier League and trying to finish as high up as they can, get into the Champions League. But today is all about Crystal Palace. We will find out exactly what Pep Guardiola had to say to Dean Henderson and what his thoughts are on some of the decisions on the field when we have the press conferences a little bit later on. We will bring you all of that right here on Sky Sports News. These celebrations are going to go on, you would imagine, in that stadium for at least another hour and then long into the night in London. I know you've got your own plans.
I know this party is going to last for not just tonight. This is going to last for weeks.
It certainly
will. Going to be. That part of London is going to be a very good night if you're heading there tonight. But
Eberechi Eze has etched his name into Crystal Palace history, and Crystal Palace have etched their name onto the FA Cup trophy. They've beaten Manchester City by 1-0 at Wembley. The trophy lift is to come. Half of the stadium is thinning out rapidly, as it always does. The light blue half, they're all funneling out down Wembley Way, but those in the red and blue end, the Crystal Palace end, they will not be leaving. Congratulations, Crystal Palace, it says on the big screen. They're still dancing a jig. You've got Gary Cahill in there dancing with Dean Henderson. Amazing scenes, and we will continue to cover the fallout from this with Crystal Palace winning their first trophy. They've won the FA Cup.